What is up, you guys? Geneva here. So today is my second theory video, and I'm going to try to upload the third one this week, and I'm going to try to upload a bunch of theory videos this week. And if you have not seen the first one, go check that out. Most of you loved it, so today I'm going to be continuing it. So yeah, let's just get into this. So the first episode is called The Collector. Now, if you have not seen spoilers, you wouldn't know that Adrian's dad is actually going to get akumatized. So, I think this is the episode where that is going to happen. Because if you didn't know, when Adrian's dad gets akumatized, he actually has this book, which is where the akuma is, obviously. But the book, anything it touches, it makes disappear, and the person or thing or whatever goes inside the book as a drawing. So the book actually collects something or someone and puts it in the book when Adrian's dad gets akumatized. So the word collector may be the episode where Adrian's dad gets akumatized. Although that's just my theory. If you have a different theory, I am totally fine with that. And leave it in the comments below, because I love to hear what you guys think the episodes are actually about. So, the next episode is called Timeline. Now, I think this is going to be a backstory. Either it's a backstory or it's an akumatized victim that is probably going to be pretty similar to Timebreaker. Because if it's a akumatized victim and it's called the Timeline or something close to that, it would probably be an akumatized victim close to Timebreaker, because Timeline and Timebreaker are pretty similar names, even though they have totally different meanings. But I personally think it's going to be a backstory, because if you haven't seen spoilers, there is going to be a lot of backstory, and I just love that, because if you have a backstory, you actually have more information about the character, which is pretty cool, because we don't know much about all of the characters, but I think it would be pretty cool if we had a backstory, and it would be pretty cool if we had it in this episode. So, the next episode is super interesting. It is called If I Could. Now, if this was a different series, like let's just say it was Star versus the Forces of Evil. If this was Star versus the Forces of Evil, I would have a different opinion, obviously, because it's a different show. But since this is Miraculous Ladybug, and according to the spoilers, like I said, for the last episode, there's going to be a lot of backstories. So, the words "if I could," according to a backstory, makes me think this might be about Adrian's mom. Because, I know what you're thinking, if I could, the words have nothing to do with Adrian's mom. But, if you actually look into the details of Adrian's mom, we don't know much about her. And the words "if I could" maybe about why she left, where she is, like what she is doing, and if she could come back, or if she can come back. Which is pretty amazing, because I want to hear a lot more on Adrian's mom, because we don't really know if she's good or evil, and we don't really know that about Gabriel Agreste either. So we don't know if Adrian's family, basically, is good or evil, because we know Adrian's obviously good, but we don't know if his family is good or evil, because some people think that Gabriel Agreste isn't Hawkmoth, and that just makes people, the people who think that, people say, then why is he holding a picture of Adrian's mom? People think that it's a close family member to Adrian, but it's not Adrian's dad, which is a pretty good theory also. But I'm not going to get too much into that, even though I already basically have. But the next episode is not really an interesting episode like that one was, but it is called Party Off. Now, last time we got a party in Miraculous Ladybug was, well, it wasn't really a party, but I guess you could call it a party. It was Adrian's birthday. Now, I think this episode is going to be about Marinette's birthday, because we know Adrian and Marinette are around 14 or 15, which means that would make Adrian 15 and Marinette 14, and we basically haven't got a Marinette birthday yet, so if we get a Marinette's birthday party, that means they would both be the same age, and we could see how different Adrian's birthday is from Marinette's birthday, because they're probably really different comparing family-wise. That sounds very, very wrong, but I'm just saying that. But if we get a Marinette birthday party, it'll be pretty awesome, because I would think Alia would host it, because that's just an Alia thing that she'd probably do. But if we don't get a Marinette birthday party, it has to have something recording a party. Maybe, like, there's a big party. Maybe Chloe hosts it. Oh, my God. That would be so weird if Chloe hosts a party and someone gets akumatized because they weren't invited. That would be a good, like, storyline. So if a Marinette birthday party doesn't happen and Chloe hosts a party and someone's not invited, that's basically party drama. Like the average party drama in movies where someone's not invited because they're not cool enough or blah, blah, blah. And if Chloe hosts it, that would make pretty much sense because Chloe's like so rude. She's like rude. But I think it's going to be Marinette's birthday party because Chloe actually gets a Miraculous. So in season 2, we know that Chloe's going to change and she's not going to be that mean. And I think personally that Lila's probably going to replace Chloe as the mean girl because Chloe gets a Miraculous and probably changes in that fact. So I think it's going to be about Marinette's birthday party. And if it is, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. But anyways, let's go on to the next episode, which is called It Took Me a While to Figure This Out because I am not the best speller. But I looked it up. First I checked Siri and she didn't help. Anyways, I looked it up and the episode is actually called Papillon, which obviously is going to be about hawk moth because Papillon is French for butterfly, I'm guessing. And I think this is going to be about Hawkmoth and maybe his backstory because in season 2 we're probably going to get a lot of backstories, which I've said like 3 times now. So I think this is going to be about Hawkmoth. Maybe we find out his identity. I don't know. It would be pretty cool if we did because then we get to know who he is and why he is exactly Hawkmoth. So that's probably going to be an interesting episode, or it just has an akumatized victim that's like butterfly or something, I don't know. But I think it's going to be about Hawkmoth, and the next episode is even more interesting. It's like so interesting. It's called Picture Secret. Now, I think I actually know what this is going to be about. If you weren't at Comic-Con, which I was, just saying. If you weren't at Comic-Con, they actually read a script from the actual show, and it was amazing. I loved it. But the script was about Jagged Stone went to Marinette's bakery, and there were filmers there because Marinette thought it would be great for the bakery if they got this on camera. So there were filmers there, and they were filming everything he does. And eventually he spills flour on himself. So him and his assistant go upstairs, but they don't know where the bathroom is. So they actually stumble over Marinette's room, and they're still filming, and he actually points out the pictures of Adrian on Marinette's wall, and everyone in the school is watching this, including Adrian. So Marinette's freaking out, and then Marinette goes upstairs and and sees what they're doing, and everyone's yelling at the assistant for some reason because they were going live and she knocked the camera over and broke it. Marinette wants her to get out of the room. The guitar villain guy, I forgot his name, wants them to fix this whole situation, and then everyone just leaves the assistant alone in Marinette's room because she just yells and yells and yells at them, and they eventually leave, and then she gets akumatized, which is all well and good, right? Yeah, right. So, yeah, that's going to be a pretty basic episode, but Adrian's going to find out that Marinette actually has pictures of him on her wall, which may make him think that she has a crush on him, but when they were reading the script, when he reacted to the pictures on Marinette's wall, he thought it was just for fashion and that they're just friends, and Plag's just over there looking at him like he's dumb because he's like, really, dude, you don't get it? So, yeah, I think that's the episode where that's going to happen, and the episodes that I'm going to read, the last 4, are super interesting, so get ready to freak. So, the next episode is called You and Me. So, the episode You and Me. Wow, okay. So, this can be about any ship. Like, Miraculous Ladybug has a lot of ships. Like, we basically ship everyone because the fandom is awesome. So, yeah, this could be about any ship. This could be about Ollie and Nino, any of the Love Square ships, or anyone that we haven't experienced that is a, official ship. Like, Chloe, Kim, Chloe, and Nathaniel. Everyone ships either Chloe and Kim or Chloe and Nathaniel, and there's a war going on about that, so we may get some of that. But You and Me probably is about the Love Square, which is going to make people freak out. Because the Love Square is basically 2 people, Marinette and Adrian, split into 4 kinds of ships because they have the whole identity thing and the secret identity, and everyone ships all of them, all of the 4 ships, because if you're a Miraculous Ladybug fan, you know what I mean. So, yeah, You and Me could be about anything, which I think it's going to be about any ship. So, I'm not going to get too much into that, and I already have. So, the next one is interesting, like you're going to freak. It's called The Secret. So, there is on this list an episode that is actually called The Reveal. So, this is obviously not the episode where you're going to get the reveal. So, I think it's going to be about the new Miraculous holders. I could be wrong. But some people actually think that this is about the scarf that Marinette gives Adrian. And I think that's a really good opinion because he still doesn't know that Marinette gave it to him, which makes me so mad because he has the right to know, and he may find out, and that would be amazing if he did. But some people think it's going to be about Adrian's mom, which is also a great opinion. So this episode could go any way, and whatever way it goes, it's going to be amazing, I bet you. So, the last episode, episode 18, is called Kwame Story. Now, obviously, I would be stupid if I said this wasn't going to be about the Kwames. But, which Kwame exactly? Hopefully it's all of them. But if it is not, it's probably going to be about Tiki and Plag because, well, they're so cute. We don't know much about their backstory, but we do know that they've been along for a really, 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 really long time. So I think we're going to get more about them, and obviously they know each other. If the show says that Tiki and Plag don't know each other and have never met each other, that's just going to be bad writing, and Miraculous Ladybug writers are amazing, so I don't think they're going to do that. So I think this could be about all of the Kwamis, or just Tiki and Plague, or the Kwamis we don't know about. But I think this is going to be a pretty awesome episode, and this is the last one I'm going to do. Part 3 will be up this week, and I hope you enjoyed this.